it feels like the hardest part of this whole thing is where are we going to store the turkeys?
It is. Somebody come through with a freezer for me.
But even that, I'm like, she's like, how many turkeys can you store? I'm like, I don't know. What's turkey math? Like, I have a freezer. It's this big. Turkeys are how big? How many can I fit? I don't know. I was like, 17? I don't know. 7? I don't know.
Yeah.
So that seems to be the running thing every year is like, where are we going to stick all these turkeys?
It's the biggest problem.
Put on a mask. Okay. Wow.
Good morning.
Good morning. Gobble, 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 gobble.
Gobble, gobble, gobble.
We're here to talk about the turkey. We're hot to trot. Turkey trot.
I love that.
Turkey.
I was going to try and find a gobble hat, but I don't have one in my closet. So I went burgundy to try to go with the fall flow.
Yeah, very fallish.
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk about people that don't have food for Thanksgiving because that's sad.
Yeah. So last year, I got this thing put on my heart to put together some baskets for Thanksgiving because there are people that struggle. And I got it kind of late in the game, but it all came together. We were able to get 25 Thanksgiving boxes, and that's just everything that Norma comes in that you'd have at your Thanksgiving table.
Right.
And
Thanksgiving in a box.
Thanksgiving in a box. And put it out on social media, and we got people to contact me. And then I said, well, let's get a little bit earlier start this year. And I did. And it's been amazing. I will say that I couldn't get this done without the community, but it's been a huge, huge response. So, but I think it's, especially right now in the times that we've got going on, we need to be able as a community come together and help each other out, because if everybody does a little bit, it's not landing on just one person's plate to do it all. And it makes it a lot easier to do it.
What's that saying? Many hands make something with work. I don't know sayings. I just know that I sort of know them.
And you sort of can say them.
The people know what I'm saying. Or they don't. Either way, it doesn't matter.
Right.
It's basically a nice way of saying what you just said better than I did.
Yes.
So,
you're welcome.
So that's okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
So the reason that I wanted to do this was because you showed up at the office with these little paper flyers.
Yep.
And stuck them on the window, even though I said no.
She did, and I didn't listen.
I said no, but then I was like, oh, you didn't think I was serious, did you? And she said, I do what I want.
Yes.
And so I said, okay, cool.
Yeah.
But anyway, I saw him and I was like, why the heck are we just sticking flyers on the window when we can make a video?
I think it's a great idea. Yeah, we need to get this out there. We need people to know. I mean, the more people we have that can do this, the more people we can help ultimately. And this year I wanted to do 30. However, I'm not going to lie. If I get 30 spots filled up and I get another phone call, that person's not going to hear the word no. We are going to make it happen some way, somehow, because we have had a really, really good turnout and I really, really appreciate it. So if we can just keep this ball rolling, we've got another, let's see, I'm taking donations until November 22nd. So if it's, gosh, what day is it? Today's the 13th or is it the 14th? Good heavens.
What day is it?
I don't know.
I turned my phone off.
I don't know.
As to not be rude.
Oh, 13th. Okay. So we have officially 9 more days. We can get a lot done in 9 days. I have more stuff to pick up. I got a phone call last night. I got somebody else donating. So I'm not going to stop taking donations because I figure we can find a family that needs these things. So and honestly, really right now, I do need names for the list. I've got 25 right now. We're doing good. But if anybody knows anybody that needs help this year, do not hesitate to call. Don't be embarrassed to call. There's no shame in it. You know, I've been there. I've been in that place. So, which is another reason why I did this, because we need to pay it forward. We just do. And you don't have to fork out a ton of money. Heck, I even went into my own pantry and decided, what can I give away that I don't need right now? And I grabbed a bunch and threw it in there too. So it's pretty easy to do.
Right. So what ends up happening, I think the same thing happened last year that happened this year, is you had more donors than recipients, right?
I did. We ended up filling extra stuff into the baskets, which, the families really appreciate, because honestly, we're getting everything that's on our list. We have a list that we have out. I put it on social media, but people are given more than that. And so they just end up getting extra in their boxes. And I don't think they're going to be sad about it. But yeah, but I am pushing to get more families these boxes. That's my goal, is to get more people to get blessed.
And I know there are a lot of families out there, because I volunteered at the food bank a while back, and I was shocked at how many people came out and were in line to get food. And it was like, wow, this is crazy. Like, I don't know. I mean, I guess it's just one of those things. I'm just in my own little universe,
right?
Thinking that everything in Mesquite, it's so pretty, it's so clean,
right?
Everyone seems to be set, but they're not.
No,
you just don't see it.
You don't see it here, and you don't even really hear about it, honestly. Right. And I think some of the people that have called me, they don't give me like their whole life story or anything, but I tell you, there's some people out here that really are struggling. They're really hurting. And I'm really proud of them for at least reaching out, because for me, our community does a lot, or from what I've heard, for like Christmas and stuff like that, but not too many things are happening for Thanksgiving. And for me, it's one of my favorite holidays of the year, because it's where you sit down with your family. It's the time you finally pump the brakes and you get to actually just sit down and spend your time with, your family around a meal. And that to me is super, super important. So I think that's why this is such a, I don't know, just really strong on my heart, because I want to get as many families that can have those memories as well.
Right. So there are two things people can do. One, they can donate, which It sounds like people are doing. But if if there are people out there that want to donate and you hit 30, I will pledge, I'm sure you will pledge, that we'll freaking find people to take the stuff. So whatever, that was like the minimum.
That was the minimum. Yeah.
So people can donate. You have a list of stuff. How do people find the list, or how do they get a hold of you?
Well, first of all, my number is 406-241-0005. You can text me, call me, whatever. I'm also on Facebook under Jam Pam Stevens.
Jam Pam, like short for Jamie and Pam.
Yep.
JAMPAM
Stevens.
And we'll link all this in the description.
We'll link it all. And if you go out there, I do try to put a post out every other day. So you can look on what's happening at Mesquite, any of the local groups that are on Facebook. I think there's like 5 I post on. So you can find that. And I can give you the list. I have it a picture on my phone. I can text it to you, so you'll have the list. And when you do buy the stuff, we have boxes at Wedgies and we have boxes at Samurai 21. They've allowed us to do that. And so you can either take it there. We do have a box at our church at Mesquite Worship Center, but the church isn't open all the time. But call me and I'll just come pick it up. And that's what I've been doing. A lot of the pickups, I just go and I just grab them. So I just try to make it as easy as possible for everybody.
Yeah, if you want to grab a bunch of frozen turkeys and go drop them off at Samurai 21 in the box, go for it.
Yeah, that's the turkeys. That's the tough
Don't
part.
do that.
Don't do that.
Please don't do that.
Yeah.
They're like, get over here and get these.
Or you can just, like I said, you can monetarily. I have a Venmo. You can Venmo me. You can even actually go onto the Mesquite Worship Center site, and they have a donation area that you can donate there, as long as you just mark it that it's for the Thanksgiving box giveaway. Then it's even a tax write-off. You'll get a tax write-off for that.
Nice.
Yeah. So, or just call me and I'll come pick up your cash. Matter of fact, when I'm done here, I have a client that I work with, and she was such a doll and bought all 25 pies last year at Costco, the big ones. And but this year she's just going to give a monetary donation, because she wants to give enough for at least 5 or 6 boxes. So
nice.
So I'm swinging by there to pick up the cash. So I try to make it, again, as easy as possible for everybody.
Yeah. Pam loves doing this stuff, so
I do.
it's not work for you. You like
Mm-mm.
doing it. So that's really cool. So
Yeah.
if people have stuff, you make it as easy as possible, whether
Yep.
it's money or actual stuff, and you'll make it as easy for them to give as possible. So cool. We got a lot of givers. What about
Yes.
receivers? Okay, first let's preface this. All this stuff's going to you, right? Like everyone that inquires for food is contacting you directly.
Correct.
There's no other people.
Nope.
Other than the person that drops it off at their house. Who's even gonna, and is that always you, or do you have people that help?
No, it's just me right now. Now, when it comes time to put all these boxes together, I do have a group that is going to meet me at the church when we finally start putting them all together. But right now, just, gathering everything, I am the sole contact.
But
So,
even when you put the boxes together, it's not like this one's for Annie Black's family,
Yeah.
No, nobody knows who it is.
no, yeah, your privacy is, we don't give out that information to anybody. Matter of fact, a lot of times all I have is a first name. For some of them, I don't demand, stuff. I just need basic contact information just to get it there. And we do have the availability. If you don't want it dropped at your house, which is totally fine, we have availability. Somebody will be at the church on Monday the 24th. That's the day that we'll actually be delivering all the boxes. And then some will be at the church. So if you want to pick it up, you can do that too. That
Cool.
way you can just.
So if people are feeling at all apprehensive about asking or
Yes.
being known that they asked or whatever, you don't have to worry about that.
Nope. And nominate somebody. I've had a lot of people say, hey, I know a couple families that really need this and I know they won't reach out. Go ahead and do that. And I have no problem because I just call them up and say, hey, guess what? I got your name and you're getting a Thanksgiving box,
Right.
Can I get your contact information?
Right.
And they've been very, very grateful. So.
And on that note, if you're seeing this stuff on Facebook or you're seeing it on this video or you're just hearing about it somehow, maybe some people aren't hearing about it. Not a lot of the
Right.
older people are on Facebook.
Right.
Not a lot of them maybe necessarily leave the house so much. They might not have that network. So if you know someone that needs something, like you said, you
Yes.
can nominate them.
Yep.
Whether they might not have nominated themselves or maybe they just didn't know.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yep. A lot of them didn't know that got nominated. It was nice. I did get a gal last year. We had a gal nominate 2 families and she wrote me again and asked if I was doing it. And I said, yeah. And she goes, can I do it again? And I said, yes. So, and I am going to throw this out there too. We do have somebody that is got nominated from Overton, and the person that nominated him wasn't sure that they could be. And I'm like, we're not going to say no to travel to Overton. So, I do want to help. Obviously, it was meant for this community, but that's not far off from us. And I'm not going to say no to a family that needs some help.
And this is going to go on Facebook groups from the Arizona Strip to Mesquite to Bunkerville, and who knows how, if it goes on the big group, which is like Mesquite, Logandale, it's like the one with 11,000 members. If they allow us to post it on there,
right,
it will be seen all over the place.
Right.
So if somebody is questioning, hey, is it my area?
Right.
Yes, just ask.
Just ask.
Because likely somebody won't mind bringing it to you or whatever. Right.
Yep. Yeah. We have a big group of people that are also volunteering to help deliver these items because, driving them takes time. But there's no area that we're not going to service, minus going to like a whole nother state. Well, I guess the state's not very far if it's Arizona. Take that back. Retract.
We'll go to at least 3 states.
At least 3.
Maybe even St. George. I don't know. Probably not. But maybe.
Yeah.
Pam goes there every week to go to Costco, or every other week, I guess.
I do.
So anyway, something that I always think about these things is that we always want to be generous and do all this stuff during the holidays. And I feel like there's just such a concentration of people. I see it on social media. I saw some girl yesterday posting about getting food for the food bank, and it's always good. I'm not saying it's bad,
right?
But there's 10 other months of the year, and people still need help all year long.
It's true.
And so that's something we talked about yesterday. So I think people should stay tuned because we're putting together, you and I will team up on doing some stuff because you really like to go out and do it.
I do.
And I don't mind paying for it.
It's a great team.
I just don't really want to do it. Not that I don't want to. I just,
No, I know
you love it.
I know you would get involved. You do. I mean, I don't know, you do. You jump in more than you realize, but
Yeah.
I do love doing it. I love getting out there, and I've been really racking my brain since we talked about it because you're right. There are other times of the year that people need help. And so I'm actually wanting to start some sort of maybe like a Facebook page. I'm not sure, but I'm thinking I want input from the community. And that's what I really felt in my heart that I needed to hear. I need to hear from you guys. What is important? What is lacking? What is something that is missing that would make a simple thing that would make life just a little bit easier? Like help us so that we can reach back out, because we do have an amazing community here. And I do believe there's a lot of people that come from different walks of life here. And they've been in the shoes of people that have struggled like I have. And so when you are in a position later in life or whatever time in life it is for you, that you are able to give back the way that you would have liked to, they do it here. They do it. And so if we can start getting that feedback from the community on what's needed, I know I can swing in and we'll make it happen, so put your thinking caps on and let us know, reach out. But let's get together on that site that we could ask these questions and get more people to answer or give us ideas.
Yeah, it's going to be good. I think especially with the SNAP thing and all the government benefits, it's pretty well known. I'm a conservative. I don't think the government should be giving people SNAP benefits. I think nonprofits, churches, people like you and me that want to donate, all kinds of different groups. The community should be taking care of each other. It shouldn't be arm twisting money out of people to take care of other people. America is the most generous country in the world. There's no reason that people in their own communities can't take care of other people in their communities. And even here, it's so much easier, I think, because it's small. You can kind of, if you really, I think, dug into it for a while, you would kind of know what the needs are. And hopefully we can get to a point where maybe we offer job training or job placement or something, because just giving people stuff forever doesn't help them. It doesn't help the community. It's not really the best way to go. So it's you have to triage, I believe. I don't know. We haven't really done it yet. But my thought is you kind of have to triage the problem right now, get things stabilized for these people so they're not going hungry and being homeless, and then help them to figure it out. And we've actually had a guy at our church, actually a couple people probably, that we've, not me personally, but the church has helped kind of get back on their feet, and it worked.
It did.
It works.
It did.
You can't just slap a easy button on it and just be okay, well, now you're good. It's not like that. It does take time and commitment.
It does. And them being an active participant in their own, success. And a lot of people have been beat down to the point where they're like, I just give up, And so, but you have to almost breathe hope and breathe that encouragement into them to say, no, it's not over. The people that we know at our church, they just needed that encouragement that, and look, it did take some work, but he got there and he's doing really, really great.
And you're not worthless just because of your situation.
No.
And I'm sure that, that it's just hard. I mean, I haven't been there to that extent, but been pretty bad off after a divorce, lost my house, had to move back in with my parents, never homeless, never not able to eat. But there were times where it was less than $100 in the bank account, and you're, probably less than $50 in the bank account, not wanting to ask for help, having 2 kids, and just kind of being prideful about it, because it's almost I imagine a lot of people, I mean, at least for me, it was like, how did I get here? Like, this isn't me. This happens to other people. This doesn't happen to me, but it does.
Yep.
And there you are.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, circumstances in life are circumstances.
Right.
It doesn't, when you end up in a place like that, it doesn't define you as a person. It defines the situations of everything added up that got you to there. And yeah, maybe some of those were choices that we made, but not all of it, because every one of us have some sort of a past of where life has dealt us a raw hand at some point or another.
Right.
So, and going back to the whole SNAP thing, you know, I tend to be a very generous person too. I tend to love to give, and I will always give way more when it's not something that I'm told I have to do. And I don't know if that's just the rebellion in me, or if that is the fact that when I know I'm doing it, I know it's actually going to the situation that is going to. Some of these, and I don't want to badmouth any organization, but some organizations out there, it's really hard to know how much money that you give is actually going to help the issue or the problem.
Right.
And like here, like we've done really well this year with this Thanksgiving. So we might end up having more stuff than actual families, but I guarantee you none of that stuff is going to like end up in my pantry itself. Like I'm not going to keep it but I'm just saying I'm going to find somebody that it needs, because that's what it's for. So for me, that's where I'm at with the whole government hands out. I lived on food stamps. Did I? Sorry if that hurt everybody's ears. Yeah, I mean, I've been there and I needed it and I was appreciative of it, but I also didn't want to, that's not where I wanted to stay, because there's a lot more pride. Maybe pride's not the word. I felt more proud of myself when I was able to really dig in and start getting it done myself. And I did, but it took time. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with asking for a little bit of help as long as it's not where you're going to stay, you know? I mean, so.
No, I agree. There's a lot of generous people everywhere, but like I said, again, it's such a small community that I think you notice it more here, right? You'll see someone on Facebook, you'll see someone here, you'll see whatever events going on that all the businesses donated to. So there are a lot of generous people here, and there are a lot of people struggling here.
Yeah.
So we just need to put them together.
Yep. 100%.
We're going to do it.
That's what I'm trying to do with this little guy. This little guy. Yep. Yep. And I appreciate you helping me out with it. You always come to the table, and I appreciate that.
Well, we all have our own gifts, right? Like yours is going out and doing this stuff. Mine is putting stuff out there. Hopefully this will be seen by a lot of people, and they'll jump on it and use it. And then we'll be like, oh, we got to get more food. We need more boxes.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, let's do it.
So what's the goal for next year?
Man, that's a good question. I'm going to say whatever we do this year, we're going to double it next year. That's what I'm going to say. I'm going to just speak it out there.
And strangely enough, if anybody watching has a resource,
it
feels like the hardest part of this whole thing is, where are we going to store the turkeys?
It is. Somebody come through with a freezer for me.
But even that, I'm like, she's like, how many turkeys can you store? I'm like, I don't know. What's turkey math? Like, I have a freezer. It's this big. Turkeys are how big? How many can I fit? I don't know. I was like, 17? I don't know. 7? I don't know.
Yeah.
So that seems to be the running thing every year. Is like, where are we going to stick all these turkeys?
It's the biggest problem, you know. And the owner of Samurai 21, she's even opening up her freezer at the restaurant. So I mean, we really are. You know, people are coming out and helping as much as they can. But you're right. You still don't really know until you get them in there. They're not square. They don't stack nicely, you know?
Right. They're weird shaped. So we'll have to do a little trial this year, because my one freezer is kind of low on other stuff. So it's like, how many can we really fit in here so we can test it for next year? But anyways, okay, we are going to put all the information up.
Perfect.
We're going to be putting together I don't know what it's going to be, whether it'll be a nonprofit, just a group of a network of resources that people can call. We don't know, to be determined what that will be, but the help and support and love and blessing to the community isn't going to stop at Halloween.
Halloween.
At Thanksgiving, Christmas,
Yeah.
or New Year's, we're going to keep it going.
Keep it
so
rolling.
Keep an eye on that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Awesome.
Right on. All right. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.
All right.